We are going to learn Perek Vav, Mishnah Vav. There are three important introductions to this Mishnah. Introduction number one is that in the times of the Mishnayos, if people wanted to eat a meal separately, not together, then they would simply sit around the table. If, however, people wanted to eat together during a meal, then they would get together and they would all lean on their left side during that meal. Introduction number two. In the times of the Mishnayos, after people were finished their meal and after they benched, they would bring something called mugmar, which is besamim, incense that they would smell together, and they would make the bracha on that besamim of boirei atzei besamim, thanking Hashem who created fragrant wood. And the third introduction is that our Mishnah is going to discuss that when a person is making a Berachos hanenin, a bracha on something that they get benefit from, like drinking, like eating, like smelling besamim, there is a scenario where one person is allowed to make a bracha for someone else. However, for them to be able to do that, there are three important conditions. Condition number one is that both people need to be benefiting from that item. Condition number two is that they both need to be benefiting from that item together. And condition number three is that the person listening to the bracha has to be able to hear the bracha from the beginning until the end. So our Mishnah is going to have three parts. The first part of the Mishnah is that if you had multiple people sitting together and they want to now all eat hamaitzi bread, it's not enough for one person to make a bracha for all of them, but they all need to make their own separate bracha. However, if they are leaning on their left side, showing that they're intending on eating together, then for this, it's enough for one person to make a bracha for everyone. The second part of the Mishnah is that if someone brought wine during their meal, then it is not enough for one person to make a bracha for everyone, but everyone needs to make their own bracha. Because since they're in middle of their su'ud, in middle of their meal, people are busy eating, and if one person will make the bracha, it's possible that not everyone will be listening to his bracha from the beginning until the end. If, however, they bring the wine after the meal, after everyone is done eating, then it's enough for one person to make the bracha of Bayrei Pri Hagafen for everyone. Now says the third part of our Mishnah that after they bench, then the same person that made the bracha on the wine that was brought after the meal, it is that very person that would also make the bracha of Bayrei Atzei Besamim, thanking Hashem for creating fragrant woods on the besamim that is brought after they benched. We are now going to read the Mishnah inside. The first part of the Mishnah, Hayu Yoishvin, if they were sitting, Lechel, to eat a meal, then Kol Echad Ve'echad, every single one, Mevarech La'atzmai, must make a bracha for himself. But if Heisebu, if they leaned to their left to eat together, then Echad Mevarech, one person makes the bracha, L'chulan, for all of them. The second part of the Mishnah, Ba'alahem Yayin, if wine came to them, B'soich HaMazon, during the meal, while everyone is eating, then Kol Echad Ve'echad, every single one, Mevarech La'atzmai, must make a bracha for himself, because they will not be able to hear the bracha properly from beginning to end. But if la'achar hamazon, if the wine came after the meal, then echad mevarech lechulam, one person makes a bracha for all of them. Part number three, and v'hu omer, and he, the one who made the bracha on the wine that was after the meal, says al hamugmar, the bracha on the incense. Afal pi, even though she'ein mevin es hamugmar, that they do not bring the incense Ela la'achar hasu'uda, only after the meal, nonetheless, they are all sitting together, and he, the one who made the bracha on the wine, would then make the bracha of Bayrei Atzei Besamim on the mugmar, on the incense.